probably shouldn't be standing out here, right?
So where do people walk?
People don't walk on this road.
Oh.
See all the cars?
We are detaining you to figure out whether or not you're doing this for malicious purposes or completely innocent purposes.
You got an ID card, brother?
ID?
An ID card, yes.
Am I being detained?
Do you have an ID card?
What's up, CT3 fam? Welcome back to another video. Yes, this is the channel where we highlight 3 clips and I'll recap with a few educational pointers to ensure you're prepared for your next encounter with the cop. My name is CT3 and the channels being featured today are Auditor in America, Nasty Nathaniel, and A Young City. Make sure you use the link in the description for the full video, and while you're over there, please show this channel some love, because without them, there's no CT3. If you could, go ahead and gently smash the like button before the video even starts, so this video will spread and hopefully help put an end to police misconduct. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
What are you taking pictures for?
I'm just taking pictures of the base.
Why are you taking pictures of the base?
I'm a photographer.
Photographer? So you're taking pictures of the outside of the base like this?
Huh?
You taking pictures of the outside of the base like this?
Not just the base, the signs, the people over here working.
Why can't you do this whenever people aren't coming out of work?
Huh?
You do this whenever people aren't coming out of work?
I didn't know they was coming off of work at the time.
Yeah, they come out of work at like 3, 4 o'clock every day. You understand why when people come out of base at a military base and they see a guy standing out with cameras in today's day and age, you see why that kind of makes them a little sketchy?
I don't know what that means today day and age.
The way that people are today with certain threats that come on military bases.
I didn't threaten anybody.
I didn't say you did threaten anybody.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is their perception of it.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
No, I don't, but I get what you're saying, but I don't.
All right. You got your ID on you, partner?
No.
No? What's your name?
Just call me sir. Or you can call me partner.
I can call you partner?
Yes, sir.
You don't have a name?
You call me partner.
What's your name though?
You call me Jay. If you don't want to call me partner, just call me Jay.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. At this point, you're standing on a road, all right, which is causing a traffic hazard. So I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong as far as taking pictures.
I'm not calling it a traffic hazard. They don't have a sidewalk.
Right. So that means you probably shouldn't be standing out here, right?
Huh?
That probably shouldn't be standing out here, right?
So where do people walk?
People don't walk on this road.
Oh.
See all the cars driving out?
Anything that I can see with my eye in public, I can also record.
But you know, there's clauses to that, such as national security, right?
Clauses such as national security?
Clauses, yep.
Oh. If I'm not doing anything wrong, I can leave, right?
Yeah, you can leave.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Typically, filming a military base from public is perfectly legal. However, there are some security checkpoints that you may can cross unknowingly, and then you may be determined to be a risk to national security. Generally, you should be safe taking a picture anywhere accessible to the public, as long as you don't walk past any warning signs to get there. Keep in mind, some military facilities have certain federal laws protecting it, such as some in Nevada, and the law is 18 U.S. Code 795, photographing and sketching defense installations. So just make sure you do your research before heading over.
Sergeant Lara, Santa Maria Police Department. Today's date is 1/23/2017. The time is 16:13 hours. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I want to stamp too, okay?
Your officers made contact with me. I explained to them I'm gathering content for a little story I'm doing.
Alrighty.
And one of your officers, she wanted to see my ID. I told her I'd prefer not to.
Actually, we do have the right to ask you for your ID because they call us here. It is a juvenile hall facility here, so we do have your authority. Okay, so if you're doing a story, yes, we do have that right, sir.
Okay, and I explained to your officer that unless I understand California law, I've been through this before.
Okay.
Unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime.
Hear me out, okay?
Okay.
Listen to her.
So we have people that do reconnaissance on police, on our juvenile hall facilities, jail facilities, people that gather information, take video surveillance, try to identify us, identify our vehicles, and do all that kind of stuff for malicious purposes, okay? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing out here. You're saying that you're doing this for a blog or whatever. So we're detaining you to figure out whether or not you're doing this for malicious purposes or completely innocent purposes. And if it's for completely innocent purposes, that's totally fine. But we do have the right to identify you, okay? And if we ID you and everything's good to go, then you're fine.
And I have a right to decline because I know the law. I know my right. I'm not trying to be confrontational or anything. But unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime, I'm not required
So listen to the officer there.
to identify myself.
We didn't come out here on our own. They contacted us.
Yeah, you got to call for service. I understand
So,
that.
and if you know the law and everything, you know that part too, okay? And bottom line is, the officer's right, and we do have a job to do, obviously. Taxpayers pay us to do a job, and this is part of the job.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we do need an ID, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to provide identification. Like I said, I've been through this before. You know, I've been through similar situations.
We're this way and start our camera too, so that way, I mean, everything's recorded. Okay.
Okay.
Sir? So. All right. This is what's going to happen.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We're going to stand around till you take care of your business. Okay. And then whatever you need for your blog, do the filming here from here, and obviously that's private property over there.
Okay.
And then just leave when you're ready. Okay. But we're going to stand around here to make sure that the facility is safe.
As you can see, these officers sounded so sure that they absolutely had to have ID from next to Nathaniel. Now, most citizens would have broke and handed over their ID, and in most cases, once you're given your ID, your name will end up on some list you don't want it on. That's why it's important to understand your rights and understand there has to be a crime committed for police officers to see your ID if it's not a stop and ID state. And as of the time this video is being made in 2022, there are 23 stop and ID states, and you could do a quick Google search to find out if your state is one of those states.
You got an ID card, brother?
ID?
An ID card, yes.
Am I being detained?
Do you have an ID card?
Am I being detained?
I just need an ID card to see who you are.
Why?
Because you're on a federal installation.
I haven't crossed the restricted area. I'm still on public property. I'm just taking pictures.
No, you're not on public property. Turn that off.
No.
Turn it
no,
off.
sir, please get away from me.
As soon as you get off that blacktop right there, you're on federal property.
Sir, I'm working on a story. We're bringing awareness, freedom of the press. Please stand back.
1104. Can you dispatch JSO here, please?
Why are you trying to take my camera, sir? I'm just taking. Yeah.
I'm not trying to take your camera.
What about my Fourth Amendment?
What about your Fourth Amendment?
Am I being suspected of a
Did
crime?
I seize anything from you?
You're trying to illegal search and seizure.
Did I seize anything from you?
You're trying to get my ID as soon as you got here.
I'm asking for your ID card.
Okay, and I can nicely refuse. I'm just working on a video. I'm not trying to cause any problems here.
All right.
Can I have your name and badge number? Isn't it part of your policy to identify yourself?
Nope, because you didn't give me your ID.
That's because I don't work here. You're the one that's at work. You're the one that has a gun. You're the one that's giving orders, right? So at least tell me your name. Okay. How long have you been working for the Navy Police?
That's not important.
Yes, it is, because you're trying to violate my rights right now. Am I being detained?
You're being detained as long as you're
under suspicion of what crime?
Photography on a federal installation.
What?
Are you sure of even what you want to say? No.
I'm in public property. Excuse
no,
my.
Not.
Yes.
You're on federal property.
Okay, and what's my First Amendment right? I'm doing nothing wrong.
Your First Amendment right is freedom of speech, right?
And freedom of the press, correct?
No.
Yes.
Show me your credentials for press, then.
Credentials, sir. It's the Constitution.
Press.
It's the First Amendment, sir.
You're talking about freedom of the press. You represent the press.
I represent the people. Yes.
Which people?
The people. We the people, sir. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're being disorderly right now, sir.
I am?
Yes, you are, because you're disturbing my peace. I've done nothing wrong.
And you're disturbing ours by filming.
Filming specifically. How am I disturbing your peace by taking pictures?
We're just going to get you. We'll get you taken care of by JSO.
You're making me nervous now. You're just illegally detained me, man. I've done nothing wrong.
You can leave.
Oh, so now I'm not detained.
You can leave. You never were detained.
You said multiple times that
you can leave. You can leave.
Okay, so if I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay, right? I've done nothing wrong.
No, you're not free to stay.
Can I have your name and position here, sir?
My name is Detective Sparrow and Ask Jax, CID.
Okay, am I breaking the law in any way for taking pictures of your nice military installation? Isn't it part of the First Amendment? Freedom of the press? I've done nothing wrong. I'm not in a restricted area. Restricted area is past that gate over there. I'm trying to explain this gentleman. He didn't seem to get it at first, but then he said, okay, well, you're detained. And then he said, well, you're not being detained. You're free to go. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. I've done nothing wrong. I'm not being disorderly. He's actually being disorderly. He illegally detained me, and he's disturbing my peace, sir.
Sir, do you intend on staying here or going? Do you happen to have your ID on you, sir?
That's what I'm trying to explain to him. What about my Fourth Amendment?
Okay, you're not in handcuffs.
I know, but I'm not. Unless I'm being suspected of committing a crime, I don't have to provide ID. That's what I'm saying. I do have an ID.
I'm respectfully requesting. I'm not.
Awesome. I like that. This guy is very awesome. How long have you been a police officer?
Is there any chance I could see your ID, sir?
I would like to nicely refuse, sir.
Okay, got it.
And stand up for my Fourth Amendment constitutionally protected right.
Understood. Excellent.
Thank you.
I'm 95% sure Auditor in America would have ended up in handcuffs if he didn't do these lists of things. 1. Auditor in America inquired about his Fourth Amendment, which then the officer stated, I haven't seized anything from you. And Auditor in America said, you tried to take my camera and get my ID. This put the officer on notice that this citizen may know his rights, which obviously slowed this cop down because it looked like he was in a rush to violate some rights, if you ask me. Just knowing basic things to say, like what crime have I committed, what's your reasonable suspicion, am I being detained, will go a long way and help keep you out of jail, in my opinion. But hey, this is not legal advice. That's gonna do it for this video. Much love to these awesome creators. Again, make sure you check out the links in the description below to show them some love and check out their most recent videos. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next video. If you made it this far, thank you so much. You're the real CT3 fam. Go ahead and comment the peace emoji. And until next time, peace.